States House of Representatives seeks increase of force subsidy to 4 trillion from 442 billion naira. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. This will signify an increase of 442 billion to 4 trillion as Buhari seeks a review of a 2022 fiscal framework. President Muhammadu Buhari is now seeking a whopping 4 trillion naira for petrol subsidy for 2022. This will signify an increase from 442 billion to 4 trillion naira as Buhari seeks a review of a 2022 fiscal framework. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, on Thursday read a letter from the President titled Submission of the Revised 2022 Fiscal Framework during plenary. Buhari in the letter dated April 5th cited the rising market price of crude oil heightened by the Russian-Ukraine war. As he aware, there have been new developments both in the global economy as well as the domestic economy, which have necessitated the revision of a 2022 fiscal framework on which the 2022 budget was based, he said. These developments include spikes in the market price of crude oil, aggravated by the Russian-to-Ukraine war, significantly lower oil production, volume due principally to production shut-ins as a result of massive theft of crude oil between the production platforms and the terminals. According to him, the adjustment to the 2022 fiscal framework include a rise in the estimated crude oil price benchmark from $62 per barrel to $73 per barrel. It also read a reduction in the projected oil production volume by 283,000 barrels per day to 1.883 million barrels per day to 1.600 million barrels per day. Now wait to how was it consign? I need to switch. Was it consign Nigeria consign Russian-Ukraine war? I thought the fact that Nigeria and Russia is actually Russia and Ukraine actually fighting should be what is going to even help us to sell off our oil. That's what I thought. I thought that will actually help us to even sell our oil. I know the Americans will be like, okay, let us stop buying. Send these people, number one, they said, Russians said they need, before you get to pay for their oil, it is going to be in their own money. Now, it is not an opportunity for Nigeria that is producing oil now, except that the fact we export to purify how am I going to do it now? I was thinking it's an opportunity. I don't know that it is going to affect us. Now I remember, our refineries have not been repaired. Had it been our refineries have been repaired, is it even going to solve the problem? Would they not be giving us another story after that? This government wants to finish this country entirely. 4 trillion naira to service subsidy of how many million people? This is actually a waste to me. Now, this is a way the government can actually cushion the effect of prices in the market. The government can cushion the effect of prices in the market by, number one, people who still import things, because I know there are things that you cannot get in Nigeria, things such as, let's say, cars, especially already important cars, spare parts, people who are into spare parts, people who are into a lot of things that so far, we closed our border to importation of mainly foods, like rice and other foods, but all this canned food, we still import them. Now, we can actually do, there can be a price control on inflation if Nigerian government will reduce prices in, import duties. Reduce the price in import duties, right? That is one way. How is it going to affect? When you reduce the price in import duty and other fees that people are supposed to pay for bringing in goods into the country, what does it tell you? It means that you are going to, by the time you have reduced the price, people will say, okay, they're going to ask the price, and they're going to cheer on the government. Then the government will not tell them, please, they're reducing the price so that you are going to be selling at so and so price. Then to do or to further make it sweeter, you come down to locally produced items, and you tell those people producing, you make sure there's stable electricity, so that, and you make sure there is the reduced electricity tariff. At least the electricity, we don't import it. So do we import it? I don't think we'll do. So all those things will now make it, the price inflation lesser, and will reduce the burden on Nigerians. In my own opinion, no, I'm not an economic, but in my own opinion, these things will solve. So I think it's going to reduce. There's going to be a reduction. When there is reduction in prices, when prices are being regulated, when there's electricity, you don't need to start buying fuel. Those who produce things locally, those who make let's say for instance, those who make local things here, produce them in Nigeria here, produce them locally. Before you know, those people will even be smiling, their business will be booming. All these things are things we can do to cushion the effect of price inflation in Nigeria today. This man does not even know subtraction and addition, and is the smartest person the North can produce. What a waste of 8 years. I'm telling you. This is only what this man knows how to do. Right to borrow, right to increase budget that cannot be executed, right to purchase unseen things. In fact, he has liquidated this country. This one may be one of the latest embezzlement. If only he understood the contents and implication of his actions. He does not understand. I don't think he does. A man that has said subsidy is fraudulent is requesting to increase him subsidy. Those of you that voted boo-boo should come out and explain to us what we did to we people. Buhari in 2015's election indirectly told the coconut heads people that he will make Nigeria ungovernable once he gets into office. And Nigerians could not comprehend what he was saying. They were shouting, Sai Baba, Sai Baba. When I don't see in our life now, it's not funny, sincerely. This country is somehow lawless. Not somehow, it is totally lawless. Each regime attempt to amend the constitution and lack of implementation of federal character has brought this deception and unfinished headaches. If it was a woman in office as president or state governors, by now the country would have been running in subsidy. Woman, will you allow? Is it going to be permitted? Is it Buhari that is writing all this money, or there is someone doing so in his name? That is a very big question to ask. I thought he said during Jonathan's regime there is no subsidy. Now, where is the subsidy coming from? What a pity to the poor masses. Life is already hard as it is. My dear, life is freaking hard. On this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come here next time, enjoy the rest of the day.